Michelle Visage on the way. Thank you so much for your company this afternoon. Sending you lots of love for this weekend. I will see you Monday from 5. This is BBC Radio 2.
BBC News at 7 o'clock. This is Adam Porter. People queuing to view Queen Elizabeth II lying in state are being warned they face a wait time of more than 24 hours. The line has officially reopened after people were urged to avoid it because it had got too long. It stretches from Westminster Hall to Southwark Park in southeast London. Betty Walsh travelled from Canada to join it.
It costs $1,600 for the flight and about $2,600 for the hotel. It's worth it, I think, because it's a once-in-a-lifetime event to be able to thank her for being such a great queen. And it would have meant the world to my mum and dad if they were still alive.
King Charles has completed his first tour of the 4 home nations since becoming monarch, with a visit to Wales. Charles and Camilla, the Queen Consort, were greeted by large crowds and gun salutes as they arrived in Cardiff. They attended a memorial service for Queen Elizabeth at Llandaff Cathedral before travelling to the Senedd to receive condolences from Welsh political leaders. The First Minister, Mark Drakeford, reflected on the statements.
Many of the contributions were sombre. They reflected a sense of grief, of loss and of national significance. But just as many were human stories of a life devoted to service and to duty.
The King and his brothers and sister will observe a vigil beside the late Queen's coffin in around half an hour's time. Tomorrow, her 8 grandchildren will do the same, with Princes William and Harry both permitted to wear military uniform. 2 police officers are being treated in hospital after being stabbed in central London. They were attacked in the Leicester Square area at around 6 o'clock this morning. A man has been arrested. Police say the incident isn't terror-related. Ukrainian authorities say more than 400 bodies found at a burial site in the recently liberated city of Izium are being exhumed. Earlier, a pit containing the bodies of 17 Ukrainian soldiers was discovered. There were indications they'd been tortured. Mark McKinnon is a reporter for the Canadian Globe and Mail newspaper. He's just returned from Izium.
What we're looking at among these 445 dead are people who were killed by the military action, people who may have been killed by the Russian security services. We don't know that part yet, although it's been alleged by some of the Ukrainians I spoke to today. And then those who died of natural causes, which were probably exacerbated by the grim conditions of the occupation.
It's understood that train drivers at 12 rail companies will stage fresh strikes on the 1st and 5th of October in the long-running dispute about pay. The union ASLEF is not expected to confirm the industrial action until after the late Queen's funeral. A strike that had been planned for yesterday was postponed following the announcement of the monarch's death. The weather turning dry and clear for many tonight, breezy with a few showers along the North Sea coast. BBC News, it's 3 minutes past 7.
BBC Radio 2.
Hey everybody, it's Michelle